What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are preparing physically, mentally, and spiritually for the dark times that are ahead of us, and I hope you guys are getting right with God and staying strong. Got some more important information to share with you guys today. And we now have the CEO of JPMorgan, Jamie Dimon, now openly talking about how he's going to be having, and they've been doing this too, but I recently found out about this. Like, I didn't even know that they were doing this until I recently found out. But he's now talking about how he's going to be having JPMorgan pretty much continuing to stockpile cash because, and he's also saying that it's because inflation is likely here to stay. So with all these, different times that the Fed has been coming out and talking about how, inflation's, it's just transitory, which is like another word for temporary, right? They've been heavily downplaying it, and they've been pretty much making it seem like it's not really that big of an issue when it really is, because these people who who are on top, the rich people on top, the rich people who are running things, they're not affected by this stuff at all, because they're pretty much set with for life with the money that they have. They're set for life with the money that they have, and they'll get what they deserve eventually, but they don't have to, they're not negatively affected by this stuff. They don't have to go out and work a 9-to-5 job, or they don't have to even work at all, to be able to keep a roof above their heads, because like I said, these people, they're set for life with the money that they have. So while the Fed has been coming out and saying that, inflation is just transitory, which like I said is another word for temporary, many other economists are, sounding the alarm about this inflationary issue, and basically telling us that, this is not something that's looking like it's going to just be temporary, and talking about how it's looking like it's something that's going to be more than transitory, which is what Jamie Dimon is even saying himself, the CEO of JPMorgan. And I believe there was also like another thing that just happened today too. Like, I believe it was like a meeting with Putin and Biden. That's not the topic for today's video, but that was just another thing that supposedly was supposed to happen today. But with everything that these people are coming out and warning you about, it's very, very important, like I always say, for you to be getting those things that you need now, because as time goes on, you're going to continue seeing these price increases happening. I'm not saying for sure that this inflation thing is here to stay, but me personally, I really, really do believe, and like I said, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I really do believe deep down that this inflation thing is not going to go away at all. That's just what I believe. Again, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but that's just what I think. And you also had Deutsche Bank economists coming out with that recent warning too. I made a whole video about that one. But many different economists basically sounding the alarm about this inflationary issue. You even had John Williams talking about hyperinflation in 2022. Again, nobody knows the exact time that all of these different things are going to take place. But we do know that things are getting worse, and you have to be prepared as much as possible, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And with everything else that's happening, right? It's just going to make things tougher and tougher for people. You're going to continue seeing that grocery bill, higher in price. You're going to notice continuously. You're going to continue to notice that you're going to have to put more and more money onto those things that you need, like food and water. And, it's just going to make it pretty much tougher for you to be able to keep a roof above your head and just to be able to feed your family. So this is why I've been, telling people to get those things that they need now, because it's going to get harder and harder and harder as time goes on. And, things like this are also going to be forcing people to even get, a whole second job, and, forcing people to pretty much have to, work harder and harder and harder, even more, just to be able to feed their children, and just to be able to just feed their family as a whole. So get those things that you need now, because it will continue to go up in price. And I really don't think that this whole inflation issue is going to stop at all. But yeah, that's just what I believe. So yeah, that's what Jamie Dimon is now openly talking about. If you look this up too, you'll see many different articles about it. It's not even just him who thinks that this whole inflationary thing is not going to be just temporary and more than transitory, but it's many other economists who are who are also thinking that this issue is not going to stop anytime soon. And I forgot this other guy's name too, but he actually warned this other dude, forgot his name, another economist. He actually warned that there would be a way more hyperinflation that's going to be coming to the U.S. He said that there's going to be one like that. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen and the exact timing that all of these things are going to take place. Some of these things they'll tell you, that like the people who are running things, some of these things they'll tell you, they'll tell you like what they're planning on doing for the future. Like, for example, what we've always been talking about with Cyber Polygon, right? They have a whole July 9th event coming up. Things like that. They'll tell you with some of these things what they'll do on certain days. They'll tell you when they're doing these things, what they're planning on doing, right? It's just a matter of you have to pay attention and connect the dots for yourself. So yeah, it's important for you to continue to get those things that you need now because it will get tougher. You have the whole drought thing happening on the West Coast too. You already know what that's going to do. It's literally making things tougher for farmers. Of course, that's going to cause more price increases, especially with water too. We're already seeing the price of everything go up, and continue to get those things that you need, folks. Continue to get everything that you need now before it's too late. Because understand this right now too. Right now, if I wanted to, and this applies for a lot of people too, most people that have, a job, right now we could literally just go out and, get those things that we need, right? You might not be able to, stockpile and, pretty much bulk up on those things that you need, right? And just, get so many of those, certain things that you need. But you'll be able to get those things regardless. Right now, I could just go to a grocery store right now if I wanted to and just purchase many different things, right? And just stock up. But it's going to come a point in time eventually where it's not going to be so easy to do that. It's not going to be so easy to get those resources that you need. We know famines are coming. We know all of these different things are coming that are going to be threatening these resources. The supply chain's already being broken down as it is. And you have many different economists sounding the alarm about these issues, telling you that it's looking like it's really not going to get any better. And that things are definitely not going back to normal, which we already know. But get those things that you need to get right now. And take these warnings very seriously. These people have been coming out with so many different warnings. It's not even just economists that are sounding the alarm about these things, but even other people that aren't economists warning you about what's coming, warning you that it's not getting better, warning you that there's going to be things that are going to be much worse than what we've seen in 2020 that are going to be coming. The shortages that you've seen in 2020 is nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing in the future. So get those things that you need now. Understand that no matter what anybody tells you, these people are not going to make things better at all. Of course, they're doing all of these different things for the purpose of having their agendas fully implemented, and for the purpose of making things tougher for humanity, which is, it's only going to continue getting tougher. And I believe personally, I really do think that eventually it's going to come a point in time where they're just going to be like, oh, if you want to be able to have this UBI, universal basic income, and not have to do this and that to be able to keep a roof above your head and be able to feed your kids again, then you have to accept this thing and that thing, right? I believe they have the child tax credit thing starting next month too. I made a video about that one about like a month ago, I believe. But they're already setting the stages for that. There's also a major labor shortage as we speak right now. A lot of people don't want to work. A lot of people are out of work. A lot of people are quitting their jobs. People are getting sick of it, and I totally understand. A lot of people, are stressed out having to do these, stressful jobs and whatnot, and I totally understand. But you also have the whole eviction thing coming up. So many different things that they're setting up and, setting the stages for. And we know a bigger crisis is coming because we see the signs. We're paying attention. And And most people, most people would rather keep their heads in the sand, but they've been warned, for months and months and months. We've been warning these people that bigger things are going to be coming, and we've been warning people that 2020 was just a little warm up for them to see what it would be like, and for them to see how humanity would react to it, and see how easily they'd be able to pull these things off, right? It was just a little dry run for them to see all of those different things, and the real deal is yet to come. So prepare yourselves as much as possible. Again, do not be afraid, but prepare yourself physically and most importantly, mentally and spiritually. And, even tell your family about these things. If they don't listen, then, so be it. At least you warned them, I've even warned my family members about these different things for, even since last year, I've been telling them about these things. It seems like I'm the only one in my own family who really has like a prepping type of mindset, but, all we can do is warn them. You can't save everybody. You can only warn people, and it's up to them at the end of the day what they do with this information. But continue to prepare, and even if you feel like you're already fully prepared, do not stop preparing, because you're going to need every bit of those resources that you're going to, you're going to need every single bit of those resources as much as possible, especially with what's coming, the major food crisis that we're going to be seeing. The major shortage of resources as a whole, that we're going to be seeing. Last year it was the toilet paper, and this year a lot of people are saying that they're starting to see more empty shelves. I'm starting to see more of it. I had some people in my last videos telling me that they have been seeing empty shelves, and some people saying that they haven't just yet. But eventually it's going to come to a point where it's going to be everywhere. So get those things that you need to get right now, and prepare yourself as much as possible, and don't be afraid, and share this video far and wide. And I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm out.